media. We're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Silver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us is Big Al McMordie. We got Damian Sosh, Wayne Scott, Millz Young. We got a search party looking for Tony Brown. And here's how we'll line up for this evening. We've got McMordie, Sosh, Brown, Young, Scott, and then I will close this one out. All right, baseball on the board. Just a handful of games, so we'll delve into the baseball card today. 3 games in the primetime hour. We'll get some NFL season win total. Delve into some UFC with Millz. Millz coming off a monster week in the UFC. I hope you're catching this video rundown. 12-1 on his UFC picks on that YouTube video. Also premium plays. I think he hit all 5 as well. So Millz hot in UFC. But let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Big Al McMordie. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring a Big Al in here right now. So we'll take a look at one of the baseball games here in the primetime hour. Ready to roll with Big Al. Big Al, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you as well. Here we go tonight. The Rays and Orioles going head-to-head here. Interesting battle here in the AL East. Rays favorite here at -168. We see a total of 8.
Yeah, Tampa comes into this game on a 4-game losing streak, so they're going to look to get back into the win column this evening, and they're going to welcome Baltimore to the Sunshine State. Tyler Glasnow is going to get the start for Tampa, and he was terrific in his last start, Tony. It was a 6-1 win against the Kansas City Royals, and he's allowed just 6 runs over his last 4 outings for a 2.41 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP. And I know some folks will look at the fact that he got bombed in his earlier start this season versus Baltimore. He allowed 6 runs in that game in just 4 1/3 innings, and they lost that game 8-6. But if you go back before that, bad outing, he actually had gone 4-0 versus the Orioles in his previous 6 starts versus them with a 2.07 ERA and a stellar 0.86 WHIP. So history is good for Glasnow against this Baltimore team. He's going to face off against Kyle Gibson. Gibson, he has this pedestrian 6-6 record this season with a 4.30 ERA that's against Tampa. 6-6 record versus Tampa in 13 starts with a 4.30 ERA. And the key stat for me, Tony, in this game is that Tampa has been strong as a home favorite, 76-33 plus 24.7 net games. And they're also 36-15, their last 51 versus American League East rivals. So I'm going to take Tampa minus the 168.
All right, Big Al says take Tampa Bay -168. Do your line shopping, get the best number in this one. Yeah, the Orioles just a really strong home team. Not the same on the road, but home, sweet home for this team this year, as you said. This year at home, 20 games over 500, showing good results. As you said, really positive results here as a home fave.
Yeah, and the other thing which I was thinking about earlier, I didn't mention it, but the Gibson got off to a good start this season. He was very effective. He had 6 quality starts in his first 11 outings with a 3.82 ERA, but then in his last 9 outings, he's only had 3 quality starts, and his ERA over the last 9 outings is 6.08. So he's not really in good form, and I think this is a nice pitching mismatch here, and we'll take Tampa minus the 168. Yeah, cool. You might see as high as 171.
Yeah, Glasnow, 35% strikeout rate. That is absolutely sharp there.
I had Spencer Strider earlier today against Zach Gallen, and Atlanta won that game 7-5. I mean, Strider's striking out a ton of people this year. There was one inning earlier today. The guy led off with a triple, and then he struck out the side.
There you go. That helps. Although he's got this crazy overtrend this year, at home, Strider. It's been kind of wild there. Yeah. But again, it helped a lot by that Atlanta offense, right?
Yeah. It's I'm just glad it went over today, because if it was going to go under, I wasn't going to win the game. So.
Oh, that's right. That is right. All right. Here we just saw Seattle push one across here, 5-0 over the Twins. Bottom of the 8th, still 2 runners on second and third, still batting. The Mariners here looking to one 3 outs away from notching another win. But Big Al McMordie here on the Rays. Here, lay the number against the Orioles. This one will have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern Time. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. We know there's just 3 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. We just saw, great results from Big Al NFL. We bring these numbers up because we're not too far away from the start of the preseason. NFL starting very shortly. The Jets open training camp. We actually saw some footage of teams actually practicing on the football field tonight, today with the Jets. But anyway, Big Al, I know it's Christmas in July. Lots going on over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Yeah, I posted my Christmas in July specials yesterday, and you can save $500 right now when you join for the year. And you get all my football plays, all my basketball plays, hockey and baseball and horse racing. So it's the best time of the year to join. We had a ton of people last year who joined, and if you joined last year, I'm sure you'll get the renewal notice in your customer portal. You'll be able to renew at the same price. But if you did join last year, this is the time of the year to join. Save $500 on the annual package. I also have my football-only package if you don't like playing baseball, hockey, and basketball. Then, well, you're probably not even watching this video, but if you only want to play football, there's a football-only package as well that has a discount. And
that's right.
You can use the discount code PICK to get even more off the price. So go to Pick Dogs and join the Christmas in July special.
That's right. Get on board with Big Guy McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. Christmas in July, that 1 year pass is your best value. Big reduction off that right now from Big Al. Get all of his plays from all the sports he handicaps, all the rest of baseball, postseason included as well. Of course, Big Al with NFL, college football. Remember the postseason there. All the bowl games out there as well. NHL, college basketball, March Madness, you name it there. Big Al will be in action, guys. So get that great deal. Again, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. That's another 15% off that 1 year all sports pass. So double your pleasure there with the two savings there. Save $500 plus the 15% off when you use the promo code. So great value there from Big Al. All right, Big Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. We can always catch up with you again on the weekends on these weekend shows.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday I'll be back. We've got baseball action this weekend, and we'll talk about the games. And when does the Christmas in July special end, Tony? Is it
I believe we go right
before?
to the. I think it's
July 31st.
July 31st, 11:59
Okay.
Eastern and
Okay.
Pacific, or whenever you.
But I remember last year, yeah, Tony said he doesn't like at 12:03 it's gone. Like he doesn't wait. Like you have until 11:59 and then he pulls a plug on it and that's that.
That's that. Yep. So you guys hurry up and get that package. Great value right now. You got 11 days to act on this one. So get on board with Big Al's 1 year Christmas in July. Save $500 and then another 15% off the reduced price. So there's great savings there. So get on board with Big Al McMordie on that Christmas in July 1 year all sports pass. All right, Big Al, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Okay, adios.
Yes, Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on with the drive-thru. I'm looking for Tony Brown. We got some search parties out there for Tony Brown. Is he in the house? I don't see him in the house. All right, we've got to continue on. So we're going to go over to Damian Sosh. I got to get his game set here. Damian Sosh, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. I think we're set to roll with Damian Sosh. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony?
It's going great. All right, we're going to set up your game here with no Tony Brown. I got to go find your game here. So we're going to be looking here at this Astros Athletics. Not too very hard to find, because there aren't too many games on this card tonight. Astros Athletics going head-to-head here tonight. We see the big line here with the Houston Astros, $1.98. We see a total here of 8.5.
Hello?
Yep, you there? Hello?
Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened right there. We good to go here to talk about this A's-Astros game, Tony?
We are.
All right, let's hit it. Here we go. Now, the A's fans here, obviously it's been a long season for them, not much to cheer about. But actually, they're going to be going for their third straight win here against the Astros. Unfortunately, it's the Astros are a team that have dominated Oakland this season. In their 6 games, the A's have scored a total of just 9 runs against Houston. Now, this is an A's offense. It really doesn't offer much. It ranks last in the majors, averaging 3.6 runs per game. And I don't see him really scoring many runs off of Houston's J.P. France. France has been very good this year, 3.31 ERA. Oakland's going to be countering with left-hander Hogan Harris. Now, Harris hasn't had a good season. Many of the A's pitchers haven't, but his best outing this season actually came against this Astros team. He pitched 5 shutout innings, didn't allow a run, and allowed just 1 hit in that performance. The Astros, it's a lineup that's still missing plenty of its heavy hitters in Alvarez, Altuve, and Brantley. There's been games this season really where the Astros offense just kind of disappeared. And I think the best value in this one, and what I'm going to go with, is under the posted total in this one, Tony.
All right, Damon says go under 8.5 here with this Astros and Athletics game. Yeah, That's the issue here. With this athletics team has been really poor hitting at home this season. Just 3.3 runs a game and just 210 hitting average, as you said. Houston without some of their big hitters in the lineup, and of course Harris is the one you got to keep an eye on, hoping that he can go a little deeper than you'd like, because sometimes that athletics bullpen can have some issues.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm banking on the fact, Oakland's playing with some confidence here, going for their third straight win. And Harris, like I said, he had a really nice outing against Houston the last time they played. With some of their big guns out, I'm liking that under.
All right, we got Damon here. Astros Athletics under 8.5. This one will have a start time here of 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Damon, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. As we said, a limited card tonight, just a handful of games here. 3 games in the prime time. Damon having a fantastic baseball season, 854 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can verify those numbers simply by going to Damon's handicapper page. Scroll down to Pick History. You can see every play. They're just graded immediately once the games go final. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, like you mentioned, a light card today. We went 2-0 in the afternoon in Major League Baseball. We're looking for the sweep this evening, and you can get on my Major League Baseball high heat play that's out there still for sale on the website. Once that hits, guys, hook yourself up with one of the long-term packages, 3, 7, 30-day plans, as you and Big Al talked about. Obviously, the Christmas and July special, where you get huge savings throughout the whole season. Everything I released, we had a really good college football season last year, and we're having a good baseball season right now. So hook yourself up with the yearly pass on the Christmas July special.
That's right, Christmas July special, great value right now. Get on board with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great savings right now. You see the great results in Major League Baseball. Again, if you're watching our show, you're a baseball bettor, right? That's all that's going on is baseball. And Damon has been hot on fire here in baseball. Christmas July, 1-year all sports pass. All of Damian's premium plays from all the games he handicaps. He handicaps all the major sports out there. Your Major League Baseball, NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball, NHL. Also includes all the postseasons, your March Madness, your playoffs, preseason, NFL included as well. And, of course, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. Another 15% off an already reduced price. So that's another $150 off when you use the promo code PICK at checkout to save that 15% off. So fantastic savings right now with the Christmas in July. So take advantage of that. All right, Damon, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great vacation. Actually, we'll talk to you here actually in a couple of days. I'm almost started you up so early.
Thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive-through. All right, guys, if you missed any picks, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's see here. Still no Tony Brown. Hope he's doing all right. Not seen him or heard from him, so we'll continue on. And let's go ahead and welcome in Millz Young. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Millz, as we said, has been on absolute fire in the UFC, firing with some big winners here. You saw the rundown, 12-1, Premium's 5-0. Red hot. Millz, what's happening?
How's everybody doing today? What's going on? Something on all the Pick Dogs?
Things going great. You're the man, Millz. You are on fire right now up on the leaderboards. We're going UFC from London, ESPN Plus card here. We're going here with Aspinall and Tabira.
Yeah, man. So, we're back in London, man. All the London cards that go down in UFC are usually good. So we got another good one on our hands for this Saturday going on. It's going to be over 15 fights on the card. It's going to be the main event. So you guys see that big number up there. Big old favorite on the card. Minus 470 favorite, Tom Aspinall. He was pretty much in title contention. His last fight out, he had a freak injury and his leg just snapped on him. It's going to be his first fight back after a long year layoff. A big favorite like that, I believe he gets it done. But there's no way I'm telling you guys to parlay on minus 400, or there's no way I'm telling you guys to bet it straight. The other guy that he's fighting is kind of live when it comes down to it. Marcin Tybura, he played spoiler before. He played that underdog and beat Romanov about 2 fights ago, and was able to come through in the underdog spot. But I ain't here for that. I'm ready to talk about Tom Aspinall, wins by KO. I'm taking that at a minus 165. When it comes down to it, his boxing is top tier. Tybura, he stands around there. His hands are too slow to get up to block every single punch. Tom Aspinall, he has about, 5 finishes within the UFC, 3 of them by KO. We're taking him to get it done by KO at a minus 165.
All right, there you go. Millz here. Tom Aspinall to win by TKO or KO. Minus 160, so he gets knocked out for the count. Ref stops. It's also a technical knockout there, so you got those other rules there on that. Aspinall to win here by TKO is Millz' pick here. And of course, Millz, your overall how you feel about this card coming in to the one in London on ESPN Plus.
I like it. You got some spots on there. The price tags are decent. That's what I liked about the card last week. You got a lot of fights on there that's between like a minus 115 to a minus 145. And that's a good price tag when it comes to MMA bets if you can get a strong read. Because a lot of those fights that you bet at that price tag that we did last week, they look like a minus 300 favorite on there. I got one play up on the board right now. It's my UFC bookie beater bet. I'm going to have about 3 other bets lined up in there. I got about 2 others just written up. I just need to put them in the right packaging and pricing for you guys. But I will say this. Yeah, I'm going to have at least 4 to 5 bets on this card. It's 15 fights on the card on this one. And, yeah, you guys got some good price tags on it, too.
There you go from Millz here. Keep an eye on that video he puts out there. Fantastic results. Just your thoughts on last week's card. We saw Holm go down.
Yeah, it was one of those. I remember when we came on the drive-through last week, I told you guys play Fight Not Go the Distance plus 170. So we cashed that. I had Mara Brandon Silva, the girl who choked her out in the second round. We cashed on that underdog play too. That was one of the premiums on there. Yeah, it's one of those things. The change in the guard is getting changed real quick. And Holly Holmes, she's done, Holmes.
He's done. And speaking of any updates here, we talked about Ronda Rousey last week. Any updates here the past 7 days?
Yeah, supposedly, those are a little bit smoke screens, but I'm still on that fence, and I'm going to still be riding it. I still think she will make her return back to the UFC. But supposedly, all the talk has calmed down since last week. We really haven't been talking about that at all. Tony, what we've been talking about is Bellator. Bellator is being sold to PFL. PFL is the other league out there that has Francis Ngannou, Jake Paul, and a lot of other fighters, Kayla Harrison and Clarissa Shields, the boxer. So they're officially buying Bellator. And, some of the talks is like that some of the Bellator fighters, the ones that are bigger contract with the name, might be getting bought out and be able to go to the UFC.
There you go. Some major news there in the world of mixed martial art. Millz on top of it. He's the guy you want to go to get your place here from UFC and, of course, Bellator, all your MMA action here from Millz Young. No doubt about that. I was thinking about this earlier when we were talking about Ronda Rousey. UFC and WWE are pretty much owned by the same parent company. Hey, why not just be a two-way player? Go back and forth.
It would make a lot of sense. And, especially the people behind the scenes, because, it's the company that's owned by both of them. So, that could be some type of thing, hopefully. We still haven't seen any effects yet between the two mergers. I will say this, though. The last UFC pay-per-view event had a lot of WWE stuff in it, man. They were bringing in fighters to face off after one another, and it wasn't scripted or all, but what I'm saying is, it seems like now they're okay with some of the shenanigans to where it's like, hey, if it sells and if it gets attention in headlines, then, hey, go ahead and roll it out and let's see.
That's exactly. Keep an eye there here. Millz, Tom Aspinall win by TKO or KO against Ty Burrell. This one here on Saturday from London. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for night action. We know a limited card tonight, 3 games in the primetime hour here from Millz over at Pick Dodge Pin. As we said, he's been on fire, 761 units of profit the last 7 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dodge Pin. You can verify those numbers. Just go to Millz handicapper page, go to Pick History. You'll see it there. All right, Millz, what do you have going over at the site?
All right, so yeah, I have my one play up on the day today to get you paid. We hit with that. It was the Milwaukee Brewers game. Also, I got my UFC bookie beater up there to get your guys' feet wet today. Today's the best value. Get that 3-day pass. You get that 3-day pass, you get that UFC play that's already up there on the board today, and then you're going to get all my baseball plays for tomorrow and everything else in my UFC card. So that's how I'm coming at you guys for this weekend. I'm trying to get you guys paid every single day, so let's keep it going. And, let's just keep it going out here and keep this money coming in.
Get that money coming in, add another 100 units there, 861 units of profit. As Millz was on the Brewers, Corbin Burns looked pretty sharp tonight against that Phillies lineup. They went up against a red-hot team, gets the W there from Millz, up another 100 units there last 7 days. So get on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dodge Pin, UFC bookie beater. But again, as we talked about, here we are on a Thursday. It's the 3-day all sports pass. You want to get that place from Millz 3 days. You get all of his baseball, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And, of course, those UFC cards, get them. Get the games, the fight picks for London. And they're a little early, so you make sure you get in there and get those plays in the premium area. So get on board. 3-day pass, your best value here over at Pick Dodge with Millz, because you get those fight picks, UFC fight picks here for Saturday when you get that 3-day pass. Remember, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the baseball. Millz been hot in baseball. It's been hot in UFC. You see his UFC rundown. You saw the premium 5-0 day he had. It's been on fire, guys. So get on board with Millz over at Pick Dodge Premium and use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save another 15% off that purchase. All right, Millz, as always, great having you show. Lots going on over at Pick Dodge. We check out your videos of the day up on the channel as well. Prop video day picks, and as well as that UFC rundown, which is really hot commodity right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate it, Tony. Yeah, I do the prop video every day. It's the prop shop. You know, it usually drops around 9:30 Pacific our time. Only got baseball to go over. Nope, not no more. I added WNBA. They were asking for it. So now I'm looking at WNBA player props. And guess what, Tony? You know how it goes. If you go 1-0, you're officially a pro. So I'm a pro at betting WNBA women player props now because I'm 1-0 on the board. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, man. So I'm getting my feet wet with the WNBA too. So I got a player prop on there that I like tonight. It's Asia Wilson over a point prop. So yeah. Check out the daily videos on there, and then check out the Rundown MMA show that we got going on for you guys. Just trying to give you guys more content over at Pick Dogs.
Right, more content over at Pick Dogs, guys. So get up over with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs Premium. You saw the great results there. Check out the video, the UFC Rundown prop plays as well. So get on board with Millz over at Pick Dogs. All right, Millz, have yourself a great week, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody out there. Just do us one favor. Hit that like button. Let your comments be low and let us know what you guys are on for the rest of the night. If you got a play to get us paid, type it in the chat for us.
Right, indeed. We'll like your picks in the chat. Millz Young here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any picks, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get to Wayne here in just a second. I think we're set to roll with Wayne. Wayne, what's happening? Well, we got still on mute there. We got to get that mic set, get that mic fixed there, Wayne. So hopefully we get that mic fixed, and we'll get to Wayne here in just a second here because we have no sound from him. He must have been on that Seattle-Minnesota game because that's probably just somehow, some way, either missed the total or maybe won the game. It was a victory kick on the desk there from Wayne, possibly. Let's see. We'll see if he can sign back in again. Maybe when you sign out, you sign back in again. That may help the situation. We'll see how it rolls here. We can tell you that game went final. 5-0 was the final there. Seattle gets the win here against Minnesota. Okay, we're going to go right to you right now, Wayne. So get ready to roll here. Hopefully we've got your sound ready to go. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? You can hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Can hear you perfectly. Pick Dog fans can hear you perfectly as well. Here we go. Game on the night, 8 Eastern time. Cardinals and Cubs. Cardinals trying to make up a lot of ground. It's been good for them off the break, but now they hit the road against the Cubs. The Cubs are going to be short favorites here, -113. Total sits 9.
Yes, sir. And as Tony has mentioned, St. Louis is.
Well, let's see if we got Wayne again. We might have lost the signal there for a second. We'll give him some time to get back here. There he goes. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, as Tony mentioned, St. Louis been hot on the road and at home. They're about 8-2 on the road and 8-2 at home as well in their last 10, and they're 7-3 in their last 10 against the Cubs. But for me, it's just a revenge game. Last time out, Stroman was on the mound and he got rocked by St. Louis. Cubs love to back Stroman at home. Stroman is a good pitcher in these scenarios. Not just to talk about Stroman because St. Louis is hot, but I just feel like this is a even game. Cubs are favored for a reason. You only land -120 with the Cubs, and like back in Stroman, definitely when the Cubs bats are going. Like I said, they love to support this guy. Steve Matz on the other side. ERA's terrible. I can go over that. Whip's terrible. But better bats in the Cubs and better bullpen as well. So I'm rocking with the Cubs here.
All right, we got Wayne going to rock with these Cubs at -122. -113, we've seen a bit of a drop here in this one. -1 throw. It was open at 125, 122 about an hour ago. Now we've seen it drop down even to as low as -111 in some places. So we're seeing some Cardinals money come in, and I don't know. I can't trust Matt. Matt is someone that's hard to. It's really hard to trust. An ERA near 5. He's always said he's had a lot of issues, especially on the road where it has an ERA well over 6, WHIP of 1.69. And as you said, Stroman's been strong here at home. Also the Cubs, but believe it or not, they hit lefties pretty well. 286 batting average and putting up 6 runs a game.
Yes, sir. And just back to the St. Louis winning streak. It's over Miami, Washington, and the White Sox. So Cubs last 10, they had to go against Washington as well. But Boston and New York, I just think they seen the better gauntlet of pitchers, and their batters been performing a little better in that gauntlet of pitchers. So, yeah, as you mentioned, Stroman playing great at home. Loving the Cubs here. Just I can see why you want to take St. Louis as an underdog. I can see why the money's coming on here, but I still feel like the better place to be is with the Cubs.
Yeah, the only thing I see is just riding a win streak, but man, I don't see it.
Exactly.
That was Matt's on the mound. It's tough to say.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, Cardinals were at home now. Now they're on the road, so let's see how that rolls here in this spot. So Wayne here, Cubs -122 here against the Cardinals. Anything you're looking at the fight game at all for the weekend?
No, actually they had a workout today, so I watched both of their workouts today, and Crawford's looking ripped, man. He's looking very fluid. It's crazy because they had 2 different workouts, but they both look like so in control. Like I say, Crawford looks so fluid when he's hitting the bag, but you still see the strength there. And Spencer's just old school. Looks so slow, but his punches are so thudding to the bag. And it was just good seeing them work out and seeing what they're going to bring to the table. It's the trash talk is stopping, and these boys are ready to show what they're capable of.
That's right. Let's get the fight rolling here. So there you go. Fight game. You always catch Wayne here. When you're looking at the fight game, that's where you want to roll here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Wayne had put up some great results as always over on the site. As you see the results here we're going to put the numbers up here in a second, Wayne. So let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, as we said, Wayne has been putting up some really, really good numbers over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Wayne, what do you have going over at the site?
Nothing for sale today. My play went off. I had the Reds earlier, and for long-term subscribers, I do have one more that's going off. So as I'm about to mention right now, it's always good to get something long-term, whether it's a 3-day, weekly, or monthly. Just ride with your guy and just know I'm going to come through with them winners for us.
That's right indeed with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results as you can see here from Major League Baseball. 1,038 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Remember the Christmas and July special. We've reduced the price on our 1-year all sports pass. Yes, so get on board with Wayne. He's got that Christmas and July special right now. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. That's another $150 off that Christmas and July special, making a fantastic value right now. All the Wayne's Premium plays for the year, including postseason and preseason NFL in there as well. So all the postseason, March Madness, your playoffs, fantastic value on that Christmas and July. So get on board, get signed up, use that promo code PICK, save that an additional $150. All right, Wayne, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know we can catch you as well on the weekend show.
Yes, sir. I'll be over there on the weekend show with Jay or Chris, whoever's on there hosting, ready to give out another banger and ready to get off here and see if I can get a little bit more money on this Cubs, actually.
Yeah, Cubs.
that line moving, so I don't know.
Yep, the line drops as people playing the hot team. And I don't know how you can back Matt's, although it's tough. And the Cubs do hit that lefty. All right, Wayne, have a great night. Yes, we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks for having me, Tony. All right, Pick Dog fam.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Go ahead and put up my place for you right now as Wayne's headed off to the casino to get some more on the Cubs. Saw that line go down and says, nope. That's when you get the value there, no doubt. All right, let's bring up my play right now. And we're going to be looking at the NFL season win totals, what we're going after here tonight. And we'll be looking here at the Tennessee Titans to go over 7.5 wins. This is one that kind of stuck out to me. I know the Patriots was one last week. But when you look at the Titans, I mean, what? They were the AFC's top seed in 2021. Then Tannehill gets hurt, and they lose out their final 7 games to go 7-10. So that, I think, when you lose your starting quarterback like Tannehill, and you try to bring in Malik Willis, who's rookie here. Of course, they also had Josh Dobbs, who has been more impressive in backup roles back in his time with the Steelers, right? He was a backup there for some time. The Tannehill injury was impactful here. Of course, we got the Will Levis, likely number 2 starter now. The Titans, remember, they got Derrick Henry coming off a really outstanding year, running for over 1,500 yards a game, first-round pick. They go to the offensive line with Skoronski, pretty good run blocker. And, of course, the Tennessee, very good run defense here. And the secondary is something they need to improve on. But, Mike Vrabel is a coach you can really count on. I really like Vrabel there as a head coach there with Tennessee. Comes in with some big wins, even as underdogs. So that's definitely a player that I have my eyes on, or a coach I have my eyes on is Vrabel. I've been very impressed with his seasons there in Tennessee, getting to see him to play. And as we said again, it was just 2021, right, when they were the top seed. So I have to give them that respect. I know we're gonna take a look here at some of their opponents this season here, playing in the AFC South, right? So you're gonna get those 2 games against Houston. You get 2 games against Jacksonville. You're gonna get those 2 games against Indy. They do face this year. They will be taking on the NFC South. So they get kind of the weak conference there, NFC South. You got some games against the New Orleans Saints. They'll be taking on Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Carolina. So that's a pretty weak division there they're facing. And of course, in the AFC, they've got the games that we mentioned here against the division. They do get the NFC South Baltimore team, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's on the schedule, Cleveland's on the schedule. So you're going to be facing that division. And then you've got the games here, the extra games. There will be a home game here against the Chargers. And the extra game here from the NFC will be a game against Seattle, but at home in that one. So that's their schedule there for this Tennessee Titans team. Of course, the defensive numbers were impressive, right? Giving up just 3.4 yards a carry on the ground. The offense will have to improve, right? That's no doubt the passing for this Titans team. Only 297 yards a game, 30th in the league. But again, that's with no starting quarterback and shifting between Dobbs and Malik Willis, which is, I think, we go Willis and you go over to Tannehill. That's a major upgrade there. No doubt about that. And they had to really rely on the ground a lot. Completion rate just 62% for the team. But again, passing yards per game last year, 171 yards per game, ranking 30th in the league. 296 yards a game, 30th in the league. Again, what usually happens when you lose your starting quarterback means you get value coming into the next season on these season win totals. And again, the defense was fantastic. When you have a poor offense like this and you put up some really strong defensive numbers, you got to kind of, I believe this team is definitely going to be one that you can back here, over 7.5 wins. I like this one. And not too much talk in the chat about NFL season wins, maybe a little early, but again, the training camp began today for the New York Jets. Veterans and rookies were on the field today there. So anyway, that's the play here today, guys. Over 7.5 wins with Tennessee Titans. All right, over at Pick Dog Stream, I have my 3-pack up there. Actually, my best bet right now. My 3-pack already went off. Best bet for Major League Baseball on the board right now. Also, Christmas in July, I've reduced my 1-year all sports pass over at Pick Dogs for $250 off regular price right now. Remember, the promo code PICK at checkout will save you another 15% off. My 1-year all sports pass, very good value over at Pick Dogs. So get signed up. And with my 1-year pass, includes all my premium plays that are released from the major sports handicap, including all the postseason as well as NFL preseason. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We will get to the recap, and then we'll give you. We will get the recap. We do have a game beginning very shortly. McMordie was on the Rays -173 against the Orioles. Damian like Astros Athletics under 8.5. Tony Brown, we're still looking for you, man. We hope we can find you. Millz, Tom Aspinall to win by TKO or KO -160. Wayne Cubs -122 against the Cardinals. Also, I think you could even look at -111 there. That number's been going down. I like the Tennessee Titans over 7.5 wins. I like the most, the Cubs here -122 against the Cardinals. All right, let's just go with you guys a quick update here on some of the scores. This one goes over the total here. Braves get the win 7-5. The D-backs continue their slide here on the road following the All-Star break. Special Strider was on the mound tonight. It's this afternoon, going over again of 9 runs. Giants fall. It's the Reds here, splitting the series here. They win it 5-1. They got the Cobb early and held on to this one. Giants only 1 run in this game. And the Reds close favorite, -105. Game goes way under 9.5 runs. Brewers and Phillies. Great job by Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns, after a slow start, has looked very sharp on that mound. I think he's also leaned up a little bit. Looks a lot leaner than he did last year. And we mentioned that because with this pitch clock, you better be in better shape. And it's 4-0 the victory for the Brewers, getting the victory there, going well under a total of 8.5 runs. Brewers have been hot coming here off the break and going into the break as they got past the Reds, right? So Brewers, a team to keep an eye on. Padres, Blue Jays win it 4-0. It was a really tight game, 1-0, and then they blew it open in the later innings. Snell again can only go 5 innings, and that's the issue, right? You need 4 innings out of your bullpen. You can't get it, right? Snell gives them a run, and the bullpen gives up 3. Again, so 3 out of the past 4 starts for Snell. He's only gone 5 innings. That's tough. That is tough. All right, that was your final there as Blue Jays get the victory against the Padres. All right, White Sox and Mets, 6-2 is the final here. White Sox get the victory. The White Sox continue to put up some runs here. It stays under a total of 9 runs. Again, the Mets cannot get any offensive production whatsoever against a pitcher in Kopech who's had struggles giving up walks and giving up home runs. But the Mets only get 2 runs on them. The final here is 6-2. And a game here with the Tigers-Royals. Tigers get the win. 3-0 is the victory for Detroit, going way under a total of 9 runs. Tigers close road favorites here of -124. Twins and Mariners. Game just going final here. 5-0. Mariners get the victory here. They were favored at the close. -118. Total sits here at 7.5. Pablo Lopez, little struggles there in the beginning of the game. And that one was 2-0 for much of the way. And then, of course, the Mariners get a home run here in the later innings and pull away with that 5-0 victory there for the Minnesota Twins. And that takes us here to a game that is just about to get underway right now. Top of the first, Orioles and Rays. Orioles at bat with no score in this one. All right. That's going to do it here for this event. We'll take us to the rest of the games, right? We got the Cardinals, Cubs coming up. And the Cubs now up to -112 from -111. So a little bit of play there on the Cubs. Astros now over $2 now. 201 is the number. 8.5 still there, the total for this one. And that'll take us right to the end of the card for today's action. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. They'll go out their plays here in real time for you here on the show. Don't forget to always get started here with the morning show live 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time during the week. You got Mitch, you got Chris, you got Jay on that morning show. Mitch at 7 picks in 5 minutes. Bane Tools show. He also does his roundtable show with the professionals. We got Ron Romanelli's baseball rundown and pick from every game from Major League Baseball. We got Chris Ruffalo with his Major League Baseball home run prop pick of the day. We got Millz with his prop picks of the day. Of course, his UFC rundown video. You want to catch that up as well. Mike Davis live shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also his prop videos as well up here on the channel. And much more content coming in here on the channel. Of course, Brad with his parlay video of the day. Nick Menken, Nerfies, Jerfies. So lots of content, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us. Get the plays in real time here on the show. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat for joining us. Vincent Hawkins was with us. Kaysen O'Berry. Matt Martini in there. Nick Beats Vegas. Nick Beats Vegas likes the Rays not to bat ninth inning. The Rays to win in regulation here at -120. So that's the play here from Nick Beats Vegas. Instead of laying that big juice, just take the Rays in regulation, meaning they will not bat in the bottom of the ninth inning. They will win in regulation. So that means you get 8 at bats. So the game cannot be tied going to the bottom of the ninth. It just cannot go to the bottom of the ninth. I put it that way. That's really the way it wins. If the game goes 8.5 and the Orioles lose, then that's a winner for you. So basically, Rays in regulation there from Nick Beats Vegas. Also, Vincent Hawkins likes Cubs team total over. Is this play up there? And of course, Bernard Revlax is a leaning Orioles. We got some people there looking at the Orioles, so that's a big number there, as we talked about. No doubt about that. All right. That's going to do it. We got everyone's contributions. Shout out again to the chat room. Blake, shout out to you, Blake. Mo Harris, Juan in there as well. Mims in there as well in the chat room. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. Anyway, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon and evening.